A bit busy, had to go at some DIY. Nearly finished, but there is a few things we need to do to just finish it off. In the toilet, we've just got to add some edging around the bottom. Just give the ceiling another fresh coat of paint, because it's a bit, I don't know if you can see it very well, it just seems to be a bit thingy where we've silicone around the top of the tiles. Yeah, really happy with the outcome, to be fair. It looks really nice, especially with the flooring as well. It looks really nice. Like I say, we're going to put some edging along all the way round, just to give it that final, thingy, finish, rather than having gaps underneath. So that's going to look lovely. New sink, new toilet, new radiator. The downlight I think wasn't put in yet before I'd done all this. I could have been wrong. The extractor fan is existing. It's just been cleaned and serviced, but how long that'll last, who knows. I'll say it's been tiled from floor to ceiling all the way around. The coving, when we took that down, that gave us a surprise. The central heating pipes actually get kicked out, and it was behind the coving. Lucky I wasn't going like a bat out of hell, because that would have been costly, because there is no way of getting above it, even though there's a loft hatch next door in the garage. Don't make sense. The wall literally goes from floor to ceiling, well, above here all the way up to the roof. So, is what it is, I suppose. So yeah, we've just kicked the boxing in out, and up, just to hide all the pipes and make it look a little bit better. And then yeah, it's just got to finish off a few touch-ups here and there. Got to add the door lock and handles and locking mechanism, and the I can't remember what we called them. Is it a face plate? Not face plate. Latch plate or something, you know what I mean. That thing there. I've replaced the hinges as well, and for new ones, so it moves that much nice and smooth. Not that it wasn't like that beforehand, but yeah, so just got a few snaggy bits to sort out. Got to put some PTFE tape on the sink waste, where it goes onto the threads, because it's leaking a wee bit. Even though the instructions stated that you didn't need it, they were wrong. So we've had to modify the plumbing a little bit, because that stopcock there, well, that isolator there, that goes out to a tap next to the garage door. And I like this as well, soft close. No cupboard in this house is soft close, it's annoying. But here's what it is. Nice towel rail. And yeah, like I say, new sink, new toilet. We've got a few things with the toilet, well, this area shall I say. Toilet cistern, just need to clean out the where the plunger is for the flush, because there's a little bit of grit by the looks of it that's stopping it from sealing properly, because it's just trickling slightly. So we'll get that sorted. That's an easy fix. The water stopcock, it's annoying, but it started leaking out of nowhere, so I think it's original to the house, so we can just replace that and be done with it. Like I say, the rad's been replaced, that rad's been replaced, this wall's been skimmed, well, all the walls in here have been skimmed, both ceilings have been skimmed. Now if I would have thought about this properly, I would have had the front door replaced, but funding's a bit tight at the minute, and it's a bit tight this year because there's quite a lot of expense coming out this year, so it is what it is. And then, oh, squeaky floor, so yeah, that'll be that. And yeah, like I say, put something around the bottom of the tiles and just finish the flooring off. do the flooring in here, touch the paint up on the walls, the door. I have got there is another one of these going on that, but with a thumb turn. And then on this, we've just got to paint both sides, the frame, give it a touch up. Whilst we're doing that, we'll replace that with a new one. Change the hinges. This one's got 3 on it for some bizarre reason. Change the hinges and then we'll be sorted. And then, like I say, finish the flooring off in here. And then that's it. I think my next plan is I'm going to start saving up to replace this front door, the garage door, and replacing the outside fascia on this wall here. So that's the only bit that's got a fascia on it, because it's starting to fall apart. What's been done electrically? Come on, spill the beans, because you know you've been itching. Well, there was the fan heater and 2 spurs. I'll say that downlight's new, that fan's just been serviced and reinstalled. Got rid of the fan heater. The circuit that was supplying it was on its own dedicated circuit, so I pulled it back and dropped it down here for a double socket. And then the switch fuse spur that was for the lights, that's been got away with, and now has a fan isolator switch above the door. So yeah. Oh, and this light switch is also new. This just does the light in here, and then this fan switch just does the fan. And then, yeah, like I say, really surprised to see that this house has got thermalite blocks everywhere. If you don't know what thermalite blocks are, they are these white cinder blocks which are very soft and are easy to chase, but sometimes when you try and clip your cable down the wall, as it were, it can be a nightmare. But it's a lovely stuff to work with. And what you've been doing electrically then, you know you've been dying to tell us. Well, there was 2 spurs and a fan heater. The fan heater's gone. The spur that, or the supply that was supplying said fan heater was on its own dedicated circuit, so I pulled it back and dropped it down here for a double socket. Got rid of the lighting pull cord that was in here and is now on a switch. And the other spur was for the lights in the bathroom. That's been got rid of, and there's now a fan isolator switch above the door. It does the fan. Replace that light switch. Like I say, that fan's been serviced and reinstalled. That downlight's new. Replace the outside light. I can't remember if I just mentioned that. This light switch was already existing, just been upgraded. This light's been, it was existing, just been took down, cleaned, stored and then reinstalled once all the ceilings had been done, and I replaced the fuse board. Now I've spent ages trying to figure out which brand to go with, and I thought, you know what, I'll jump on the bandwagon and I'll fit fuse box. And can I say, what a awesome bit of kit this is. It's brilliant to work with, considering what we have to work with at work. So yeah, my first impressions: sturdy, loads of space. RCBAs are nice to work with, and yeah, if you used to take that fuse box sticker off and just give it to us like that, I would have said that's an MK Century board. It's got the same characteristics. So it's been signed off, building control's been notified. So it's a SPD RCBO configuration, and this board's 20 ways to allow for future proofing expansion, because I will at some point be adding a load of circuits off this thing. Lots. So yeah, I'm really impressed with Fusebox. Could say I'm converted. But yeah, and I thought to myself, I'll hide the stickers on this one, because it just makes it look that much neater, as it were. And I think I'll start doing these on my ones now at work, because it just looks that much better, doesn't it, rather than having the whole lot plastered in stickers. I suppose it's personal opinion, I suppose, but I mean there'll probably be someone flagging it up saying, "No, you can't do that, it must be on show at all times," but I've seen quite a few actually. I like that. So yeah, I'll check in once we're done. So like I say, just gotta finish off the plumbing snags, do the flooring down here, ceiling, paint it, paint the walls again. I've got to tell you the paint as well. Interesting, right? Finish off the flooring in this bit, and then we'll be good to go. Yeah, and before I forget, we tried a few paints out, and we found this one we really liked. But I don't know if we can say the word or not, because I don't know if I'll get a strike or if I'll offend anyone, but this is legit the name of it. Snowflake. Don't believe me? Well, this is the other paint pot. Snowflake. Now, that's the name of a paint. I'm not saying that to offend anyone. Just putting it out there, by the way. And these are... Oh, get you on it. These are the flooring. What I'll do is I'll check in on once we're finished the whole thing, and then we'll go from there. Thanks for watching, guys. Right, coming up next is another video shot in December. I know, that's bad. Of two motors that go out absolutely violently. Stay tuned for that, because I was really shocked and impressed at the same time. See you in the next one.